Some women don't blend in because they were never meant to. They walk into rooms silently, yet the entire world adjusts to their presence without them saying a single word. These women stand out without trying. They move differently, think differently, and make decisions that confuse the world but make perfect sense to them. These are the Sigma females, the quiet rule breakers, the silent powerhouses, the women who don't chase acceptance because they were built for something far bigger than fitting in. Today, we're diving deep into why Sigma females never blend into the crowd and why their uniqueness reshapes the world around them. First, a Sigma female is born with a mind that questions everything. She doesn't accept things simply because that's how they've always been. She questions rules, standards, and expectations with a calm confidence that feels both intimidating and refreshing. When she was younger, people may have called her too curious, too blunt, or too rebellious. But all along, she was simply refusing to follow paths that didn't feel true to her. While most people try to fit into systems, she redesigns the systems in her own life. Fitting in feels like a cage. Conformity feels like suffocation. She prefers to follow her own blueprint even if it takes longer, even if it's harder, even if everyone doubts her. And here's the truth many overlook. Her questions are the seeds of change. Her refusal to obey without thinking is what makes her powerful. Number 2, she doesn't compete, she creates. A Sigma woman doesn't join the competition because she doesn't see anyone as her rival. Her only opponent is the woman she used to be. While others chase validation from society or from men, she's too busy building her own world, a world where she decides the rules. This is why she doesn't fit in. She doesn't need a spotlight. She becomes the spotlight by mastering her craft quietly. Her presence is magnetic because she invests in herself relentlessly. People try to imitate her, others envy her, some fear her, but she isn't trying to be better than anyone. She is simply trying to become the fullest version of herself, and that alone threatens the traditional order. Third, her depth makes surface-level spaces uncomfortable. Sigma females don't do small talk. They don't do fake friendships. They don't do meaningless conversations just to fill the silence. Her mind lives in depth ideas, emotions, visions, possibilities. She feels deeply, observes sharply, and sees through people like glass. This is why she can't stay in shallow environments. People who are threatened by honesty or introspection often mislabel her as cold, distant, or antisocial. But she's none of those things. She's simply selective. Her energy is sacred. She doesn't waste her presence on places or people who drain her. This depth is uncomfortable for those who hide behind masks, and that's exactly why she stands out. Number 4, independence is her nature, not just her behavior. A Sigma female doesn't act independent, she is independent. She was that way before she even knew what the word meant. From a young age, she's handled things alone, made decisions alone, and learned to rely on herself even when surrounded by people. She doesn't reject help, but she doesn't depend on it. She doesn't demand attention, but she doesn't crumble without it. She prefers solitude because it feels peaceful, not lonely. This alone makes her different. In a world where many seek validation and reassurance, she finds comfort in her own space. People misunderstand independence as isolation. But for her, independence is freedom, freedom of thought, emotion, and identity. She doesn't fit in because she doesn't need a group to feel whole. Fifth, she silently intimidates without even trying. There's something about a Sigma female that makes people nervous. She's calm, but not passive, quiet, but not weak, observant, but not intrusive. She doesn't demand respect, she naturally commands it. Her confidence is internal. It's not loud, flashy, or arrogant. It's the kind of strength that sits in her posture, her eyes, her voice, and her choices. People can sense that she isn't easily manipulated, influenced, or controlled. And that alone is intimidating. Some admire her, some fear her, some try to compete with her and fail miserably, but nobody can ignore her. Number 6, she doesn't need permission to change direction. Society often expects women to follow predictable paths, get a stable job, find a partner, stay within set boundaries, just follow the script. But a Sigma female doesn't care about scripts. If something stops serving her, she lets it go. Relationships, careers, habits, environments, anything. Her growth is non-negotiable. This makes her unpredictable to others but perfectly aligned with herself. She doesn't seek stability from others. She builds it within. She's not afraid to start over. She's not scared to walk away. She's not hesitant to reinvent herself entirely. This ability to shift without guilt is what helps her redefine the world around her. Seventh, she loves differently with intensity and clarity. Her love isn't passive. It isn't desperate. It isn't full of games. When she cares deeply but only for the right person. She isn't impressed by status or appearance. She's drawn to character, intelligence, emotional maturity, and quiet confidence. Men often find her mysterious because she doesn't chase, doesn't cling, and doesn't play pretend. She's straightforward yet unpredictable. Her standards are rooted in self-respect, not ego. This alone sets her apart from most crowds. Number 8. She has a vision that others can't see yet. This is where she truly redefines the world. Sigma females think long-term. They see patterns others overlook. They recognize opportunities before they become obvious. Her vision is what often makes her feel out of place in the present because she's mentally living in the future she's building. People might say she's too ambitious, too unrealistic, too intense. But later, those same people realize she was simply ahead of them. This is the essence of a Sigma woman. She doesn't fit into the world, she builds a new one. Ninth, she's comfortable being misunderstood. Most people panic when they feel misunderstood, but Sigma females don't. She knows that not everyone will understand her depth, her silence, her choices, or her standards, and she's perfectly okay. With that, she's not trying to explain herself. She's not trying to convince anyone. She's not trying to prove her worth. She lives in alignment with her truth, and that's enough for her. Because at the end of the day, fitting in is temporary, but authenticity lasts forever. And finally, number 10, she doesn't fit in because she's not supposed to. A Sigma female's purpose is not to blend into the world, but to reshape it. She leads without forcing. She inspires without trying. She changes people simply by being herself. Her strength is quiet but unstoppable. Her influence is subtle but long-lasting. Her presence is rare but unforgettable. She doesn't fit in because she's the woman who shows others that they don't have to either. If you re a Sigma female, or if you recognize these traits within yourself, remember this: you are different for a reason. You're not meant to shrink. You're not meant to blend in. You're not meant to follow the crowd. You are meant to redefine the world silently, powerfully, authentically. Never apologize for being the woman who changes everything simply by existing. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, like and subscribe for more content.